My husband says, I'm too emotional. Am I? When he says that, I feel like I did something wrong, like I shouldn't have said anything. I wasn't trying to fight. I was just talking. I just wanted to be close. But when he looks annoyed, I start shrinking inside. I replay everything. Maybe I really am too much. I don't even know what I did wrong.
When you start talking like that, my head just fills up. I don't know what you want from me. I'm not trying to hurt you. I just feel overwhelmed. I try to fix things in my head, but I can't see a clear problem to fix. It's easier to call it too much than sit with something I can't solve.
I want to zoom out just a little with you. What I keep seeing isn't a you problem. It's a pattern that keeps repeating. One of you reaches for closeness. The other pulls back to feel okay. No one's trying to hurt anyone, but the space between you keeps getting bigger. And that cycle can be exhausting.
I want to make sure I'm with you. When you hear too emotional, do you feel yourself pull back? Because I can feel how painful that is right now. When I hear you say this, I don't hear someone who's too emotional. I hear someone who keeps reaching for connection and keeps missing it. And that can quietly start to feel like something is wrong with you.
You don't have to explain everything you feel for it to be real. Sometimes, it's not about saying more. It's about saying it in a way that keeps the conversation open. One small shift can change the whole tone. Speak from I, not you. I'm feeling overwhelmed. Instead of, you're not listening. I'm starting to feel hurt instead of, you always shut me down. That doesn't water your feelings down. It makes them easier to hear. Another thing that helps is checking timing. Not everything needs to be resolved right now. You can say, "Is this a good time to talk?" "Can we come back to this later?" That gives the other person space without making them feel cornered. You're not asking for instant answers. You're asking for connection that can breathe. When you name your state, your energy, and your intention, you turn urgency into clarity. That's not being less emotional. That's communicating in a way the other person can stay present with.
If emotional reactions disappeared when relationships mattered, our species wouldn't have survived. Emotional intensity shows up where a bond matters. Indifference didn't keep people together. Responsiveness did. Strong reactions weren't drama or weakness. They were signals that connection was at risk. That wiring is ancient.
Words matter. Calling something a strong reaction describes what's happening. Calling it too much judges it. It's like calling a fire alarm annoying. Instead of asking why it's going off. Language doesn't just describe experience, it evaluates it. So when someone says too much, they're usually not naming the feeling. They're naming their discomfort with it. Same sound, different meaning.
Emotion is the raw material. Without it, nothing meaningful gets made. Music, movement, color, all of it starts there. When someone says too emotional, it just sounds like saying something is too alive. That intensity isn't the problem. That's where the work begins.
I believed him when he said I was too emotional. I thought maybe he's right. So I started adjusting. I paused before speaking. I softened my reactions. I asked myself, is this worth bringing up? At first, it felt like maturity. Like I was learning how to be calmer, easier, less demanding. But over time, something changed. I wasn't choosing silence. I was getting used to it. I stopped reaching. Not because I felt understood, but because I felt tired. And the strange part was, he seemed more comfortable. The house was quieter. Fewer arguments. But there was also less of me. By the time I realized my feelings weren't the problem, I didn't know how to bring myself back without feeling like I was causing trouble. The marriage didn't end because I felt too much. It ended because there was no room left for my feelings to live.
I don't feel like I need to fix what you're feeling. I just want to hear it. Sometimes, I don't know how to respond right away, and I might be quiet for a bit. But that doesn't mean I don't care. When you talk about your feelings, I get curious, not defensive. If something matters to you, it matters here. I'm not going anywhere because of it.